It's finally time. Today's the big day. Joe is doing the Vermeer mission.
Before we head off, we should talk to the squad.
Classic Joe Biden, always making the good people wait for the things they want just so he can ramble on and on.
Come on, these are some of the last conversations we'll have with the squad. Talking to them is worth the trouble.
We already locked a romance in, ain't no need to talk to anyone else.
Donald, Vermeer isn't going anywhere, and besides, I think Rex has an interesting story for us.
Then why are we talking to this avian raptor creature instead of Unk?
Garrus is telling us how we helped him through his midlife crisis. It's important to his character development.
Please, what development? He ends up in the same place no matter what.
That's true, but Garrus starts coming into his own after the events of Mass Effect 1. When we see him next, he won't just be our protege anymore.
Training will probably kill my father, but I've got to try. If that doesn't work, I'll do just about anything, except go back to CSEC. I'm done with them. No more red tape.
Harvey Birdman's plans don't even make any sense. The Spectres still answer to the Council. You're still held up in red tape and politics.
Well, that just goes to show that Garrus hasn't completely thought things out, which is why he probably ends up on Omega no matter what.
Finally, now we can talk to someone interesting.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
I do like that Rex decides to open up with us after we help him recover his family armor.
If Mass Effect teaches us anything at all, it's that all you need to do to make friends and find love is just help people out with their familial problems.
Is that why you don't have any friends, Donald? No one wanted to step up and help you with your mess of a family life?
I've been sitting here talking about Mass Effect with you two for a year. The f*** you mean I don't have any friends?
Well, hold on now. We're friends by circumstance.
It's crazy to think that Hillary might be here instead if she didn't completely fumble the easiest alley-oop I threw up for her.
Well, let's not get too crazy there, Barry. We'd probably just invite Bill or George instead.
Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
Isn't there some kind of theory about Rex's friend here actually being Arya Talope?
Arya does admit to having Asari commando training and is a leader of mercenaries when we meet her.
There are a lot of clues. For one, Arya says that she's tangled with Krogan besides Patriarch before, and in a conversation with Shepard, Arya will end it with better luck next time. Which is exactly the message Alina leaves for Rex.
But let me guess, Barack, it's not real, right?
Afraid not? Some time ago, someone in the fan base asked Mike Gamble about it at San Diego Comic-Con, and all we got was a flat no.
All right, well, I'm just going to say Alina and Arya are the same person anyway.
Personally, I would have just taken credit for that little bit of interconnective world building and say yes, even if it wasn't originally the plan.
Realistically, who do you guys think would win a fight between Arya and Rex?
Rex is a fucking Krogan who killed a Thresher Maw on foot. Solo, what kind of question is that?
I don't know, Donald. Arya did mop the floor with Patriarch to take over Omega. She would probably mess Rex up.
I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders.
Well, Arya probably wouldn't give a damn about innocent civilians getting caught in one of her fights. So Alina and her probably aren't the same.
Arya was probably more of a softie back
I
then.
chased her through that station, used my entire store of ammunition, had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons.
Imagine just being a mercenary out in the Terminus system, just minding your own business, trying to make a quick buck, and getting completely demolished in the crossfire of a Krogan and Asari fighting each other.
She'd locked herself.
Well, if Alina were Arya, it looks like Rex had her dead to rights.
Honestly, it's impressive the fight lasted so long in the first place. Aren't Asari supposed to be soft and squishy?
Taking on an 800-pound Krogan who has biotics in close quarters is no easy feat. Whoever Alina was, she had to be the real deal.
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut.
Okay, so apparently Turians have nuts. Good to know.
Do birds even have nuts? Wait, let me Google that.
Do not search that on my laptop, Donald.
Oh, shut up. It'll be the least weird thing to appear in your search history since you became president.
Just because you don't care about Secret Service seeing your search history doesn't mean I don't.
Have neither of you heard of incognito mode?
Oh, you mean the mode for cowards?
Barry only uses incognito mode, so Michelle doesn't find out he's searching up all those 3D videos of Miranda.
Of all the fucking shit you've forgotten over the years, that's
What
what
about
you're
the
able to
diplomat?
recall.
He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
You're smarter than you look, Rex.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes.
Working for the same client for their entire life is crazy.
Krogan don't have a biological expiration date like the rest of us. So working for a Volus for however long they live was probably nothing more than a blip for Rex.
Hey, Donald, why don't we have a chat with your girl?
I'm glad you finally come around
One
on
last
Ashley,
time.
Joe. Whoa, what did you just say there?
Oh, nothing. You know me, always stuttering and rambling on and stuff.
It was a hard call, but it gave you the strength you needed on this
Someone
mission.
should probably remind Ashley what Bard and Joe Shepard did on Torfan, because I don't think it's an outcome she's going to find all that enjoyable.
It is kind of crazy that Shepard was praised for losing 3/4 of their unit and murdering a bunch of Batarians that had surrendered.
Yeah, I'm sure all the colonists on Mindoir had surrendered
About a
too.
meter
That didn't
away.
stop the
Maybe
Batarians
1.2
from
meters.
enslaving them. What's the saying?
Sorry.
An eye for an
I'll be
eye?
serious.
The other half of that is makes the world blind.
Well, Batarians have 4 eyes, so we get to poke 3 of their eyes out to make things even.
When we're done, it'll be different, I swear.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
Nah, Liara, I'm not okay. I'm getting more tired every day for some reason.
That's nothing new, Joe. You've been getting tired every day for the last 10 years minimum.
You know, Liara might be overrated as hell, but she's one of the few squad mates who actually asks Shepard if they're doing all right.
People always talk about how Garrus is your ride or die, but Liara literally has your back beyond death.
I think we're done with the conversations here.
What about Caden and Tally?
Listen, I love Tally to death, but she literally doesn't have a thing worth listening to at the moment.
Ain't no reason to talk to Caden. He's gonna be nothing but a pile of ashes in about 40 minutes anyway.
Yep, sure.
Okay, well, if we're settled in, we'll be moving on to Vermeer.
Commander, I'm reading a signal.
Man, this has been a long time coming.
There's something about Vermeer that just hits different compared to the other main story missions.
Drop the Mako.
Even
We'll
the
go and
Mako
hunt and take
section
them
is
out.
pretty good.
I think the environment
Get you
not having
underneath
the
the
exact
radar,
same tone of color helps. Can only look at the dull browns of Pharos or the blues of Noveria for so long.
Speaking of which, why is such a lush and beautiful world not colonized by anyone?
Vermeer is in the
Stay out of
Attican
range,
Traverse,
continue
which is
evasive
technically in
maneuvers until I
Citadel
bring those
space.
AA towers down.
But it borders the Terminus system, and Vermeer itself sits right next to that border. The political instability of the region due to pirates and mercenaries made the Council write off Vermeer and other habitable planets in the area impossible to colonize.
That sounds like quitter talk to me. The USA would have just kicked the Batarians out the area by force.
Doesn't Citadel space have to border the Terminus system somewhere at some point? I mean, the galaxy is a giant circle.
You're right, but it appears the Council extended the border of the Attican Traverse from one end of the galaxy to the other, so it forms a buffer between the Outer Council space region and the Terminus.
God damn it.
Joe, you didn't even make it to the combat and you're already f***ing up.
It's a really good thing Secret Service doesn't let you drive anywhere because holy hell, DC would be looking like that one episode of South Park with all the old people driving.
Okay, Joe, stop playing. Flip the damn Mako already.
Get off my back, man. I'm trying.
I swear to God, Halo Combat Evolved figured out how to do this back in 2001. Why is getting the Mako to turn over such a chore?
Now that Joe is done proving there should be a maximum age limit on driving, I was going to say that the whole situation with Vermeer is exactly why the Council has the Alliance trying to colonize the Traverse. They want us to take on the burden of dealing with the Batarians and other pirate mercenary groups.
The galactic political state of the Mass Effect universe is fascinating.
It's a fun read when you've got all the time in the world as a former president.
Maybe I'll read up on it.
Why don't you worry about the real world politics first, Joe? I don't want to cook you too easily.
I think this right here is what all the other Mako sections were missing. Actual objectives to justify why the Normandy can't just drop us down where we're supposed to be.
It's not like we couldn't have gotten dropped off right on top of Liara's dig site. No, we had to drive 20 miles to get there.
I see you've gone back to the pistol, Joe.
I bought one of the Master Gear ones and souped it up.
You can soup it up all you want. It'll never have the impact of a well-modded shotgun.
How the hell is Caden dead already?
Bro couldn't even wait to get nuked and go out in style. He chose to die to some Geth instead.
I'm pretty sure we've neglected to give Caden proper armor and a firearm. We're the same class as him, so we really shouldn't have brought him along in the first place.
I always bring Ash and Caden through this part since it's our final time with the pair of them.
You know, there were originally plans to have both Caden and Ashley survive Vermeer. There's even whole voice lines where the two of them thank Shepard and say that anyone else in that scenario wouldn't have been able to save both squad mates.
Seems like that would kind of cheapen the mission. Vermeer is supposed to be a turning point and a major emotional impact for the game.
I think it just goes to show how good Commander Shepard is.
I believe we got the better version of events. Vermeer wouldn't be so iconic within the franchise if it weren't for the decision to leave one of your squad behind.
Solarian base now. Out.
Oh, that's not good.
I know they increased the inventory limit from the OG trilogy, but why is there a limit in the Legendary Edition at all?
No clue, but I'm going to need you to trash some of our unimportant stuff before we miss out on something.
All right, I guess I'll be the one to do the tedious work.
So what are we supposed to do now?
Stay put until we can come up with
That's
a
my
plan.
fucking goat, Kirahi.
Kirahi was carrying the Solarians
Are
as
you
a
in charge
species
here?
before
What's the
Morden
situation?
came along.
I'm
The
Captain
only one
Kirahi,
of them who
3rd
didn't sound
Infiltration
like
Regiment
Invader
SDG.
Zim sucked an
You and your
entire
crew have
tank
just
of
landed in the
helium.
middle of a
There's some
hot zone.
interesting cut
Every
content
AA
about
gun within 10
Kirahi.
miles has been alerted to your
He was
presence.
originally planned to
What are we
appear
supposed to
during
do
the
in the
finale
meantime?
of Mass Effect
We stay
1
put
during the
until the
climb
Council
up the
sends the
Citadel Tower.
reinforcements we requested.
He would have provided covering fire for Shepard's team.
Damn, I wish that were in the game. My man
You're all
Kirahi
he
standing
sent.
10 toes down on
I told
business.
the council
There's
to send
also a
fleet.
cut email in Mass Effect 2
Couldn't
that would have come
understand your
from
transmission.
Kirahi.
They sent me to investigate.
Kirahi is glad to see Shepard is
That is a
alive,
repetition of
and all
our
that
task.
jazz. He promises us
I lost half
he'll
my
send
men
any
investigating
useful
this
information
place.
our way.
So what have you found?
He also
Saren's base of
refers to
operations.
Morden as a bit
We
of
set
a
up research
cloaca.
facility here, but it's crawling with Geth and very well fortified.
What's Saren researching?
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
Rex isn't gonna like this.
I think Rex is going to like this news quite a bit, actually.
Apparently, Saren
Isn't
has
it kind of
discovered a
wild
cure
that
for the
Saren
genophage.
low-key cured a disease that has existed
so
for over
important about curing this
1,000
genophage?
years?
He probably had Reaper technology to help him
Solution
out.
to the
Plus,
Krogan
I don't think Saren's methods here were
We
all that
introduced the
ethical.
genophage to the Krogan population
No one
after
said the genophage
uprising
was hard to
quell their
cure, it's just
numbers.
that no one has
Without
tried
it, the
since it was
Krogan will
implemented.
quickly
So
overrun
what's
the
this
galaxy.
business with Krogan
But these
overrunning the
Krogan
galaxy?
follow
Why is
Saren.
that a given?
Female Krogan
Yeah,
produce
bad
up to
enough.
1,000 fertilized eggs a
Krogan
year.
are-
God damn, they gotta have an
almost
extreme
unstoppable.
version of what human women go through
Exactly
every
my
month.
thoughts.
Okay, as I was saying,
We must ensure
female
that this
Krogan
facility
produce
and its
1,000
secrets are
eggs a year.
stored.
They reproduce like bugs.
I don't think
The
so.
only reason they didn't overpopulate
people are
Tuchanka
dying.
was because Krogan are
This
actually
fuel
not at the
can
top
save
of the
them.
food chain there. The Thresher Maws
That cure
are.
leaves
Wait,
this
are you
planet,
telling
the
me
Krogan
Krogan
will
are
become
actually prey
unstoppable.
animals?
Of course,
can't
why
make
do
the
you
same
think they have
mistake
their
again.
eyes on the side of their heads? Like most prey animals in real
We are
life.
not a
No wonder
mistake.
they're so violent. They have to fight giant worms on their way back home from the
Is he going
factory.
to be
But
a
when the
problem?
Krogan were given
We
tons of
already have
peaceful
enough
worlds
angry
for their
Krogan
good
to deal
deeds
with.
during the
They'll
Rachni
be
War,
fine.
they
I'll
started
talk to 'em.
reproducing like damn
I
rabbits.
appreciate
The
that,
Solarians
Commander.
were quick to give
My
the
men and I
Krogan
need to rethink our
spaceships
plan
and
of
nukes,
attack.
but
Can
couldn't
you give
think
us
to
some
give
time?
them a crash course in sexual
Go ahead, Captain.
education.
So
We'll
what
come
you're
back
getting
soon.
at, Barry, is that the genophage
won't
has
be
some
long,
purpose
Commander.
besides
In the
just
meantime,
teaching the
if you need
Krogan
any
a lesson.
supplies,
I
you can
suppose
talk
the
to Commander
Krogan
Rentola.
did
He's in
need
one
some
of the tents
population
nearby.
control, but I would have preferred airdropping some
Looks like
condoms
things are a bit of a mess.
instead of a
Yeah.
plague that
I
causes
wouldn't be so
countless
worried if it
stillbirths
wasn't
for
Rex.
1,000 years.
Looks like he's gonna
Not
blow a
everyone is a
gasket.
genophage defender like
Just
you are,
drop
Joe.
it.
Hey, it
You'll be
ended the
fine.
rebellion, didn't it?
If you say so. But I'm gonna keep my eye on him, if it's all the same to you.
So, let me tell you all about my very first Mass Effect run. I did not realize Ashley was serious about shooting Rex. So when I was going through the dialogue with him, I guess I took too long and I was in utter shock when Ash just obliterated him.
Bro, how could you let that happen? Surely you had the family armor.
Back then, I wasn't super in love with the game like I am now, so I mainly just did main story stuff. Needless to say,
Greetings,
I didn't have the
human.
armor nor
I'm
the
Commander
morality to
Rentola.
save Rex,
I can provide
and
you
I
with
was
supplies
very
for your
unhappy
expedition.
with Ashley
For
and
anything
left her to
else,
get
I suggest
nuked
you
out of
speak with Captain
spite.
Kira.
Damn, that's crazy. I just
Let me
used a
see what you
guide to
have.
guarantee the best
What
outcome.
little there
Same, why
is.
would I deliberately let myself lose the best alien in Mass Effect 1?
Well, excuse me for going into the game blind for a completely organic experience.
Is that Rex?
Dude is over there executing the local sea life.
We should probably go deal with that.
This isn't right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
So what do you guys
I
think would be
understand
the
you're
audience
upset,
reaction
but we
if I
both
just
know
decided
Saren's
to
the
kill
enemy
Rex,
here.
regardless
He's
of
the
us
one you should
having
be
the
angry
armor
with.
and morality to clear this?
Really?
Joe, I would
Saren
literally body
created
slam
a
you
cure
with
for
my
my
full
people.
weight if you did that.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you, Joe, but you
Help me
reap
out
what
here,
you sow if you
Shepard.
do the
The
unthinkable.
lines
Hey, it could be a good
between friend
idea.
and
How many
foe
people do you
are
think
getting a
actually
little
play the game
worried
with Rex
where I
dead going
stand.
forward? Might be a new
This
experience
isn't
for
a cure,
everyone.
it's a weapon.
According to an
And
infographic
if Saren's
released by
allowed to use
BioWare
it,
back
you
in
won't be around to reap the
2021,
benefits.
only
None of us
6% of players had Rex be killed on Vermeer.
I haven't seen it,
This
and
is
I
the
don't
fate
need
of
to.
my
The only
entire
outcome allowed to
people
occur
we're
here is
talking
Rex's
about.
survival.
I don't know, Donald. I did say we should romance Liara, and while you were in control, you prevented that.
But if I'm
Well,
going
I'm
to
in
keep
control
following
now.
you,
Maybe Rex should
I
pay the
need to
price
know
for your
we're doing
decisions.
it
Oh,
for the
shit.
right reason.
Don't drag Rex into this.
Nah, I'm just
Rex,
playing
these
with you.
Krogan are not
scared you, didn't I?
No, you
They're
didn't
slaves
scare
of
me. I
Sarah.
knew you'd be too
Tools.
weak to
Is
do
that what
something
you
so
want for them?
controversial.
I'll admit you had me worried a bit when you brought up Liara.
There was no fear at all.
No,
This dude is afraid of his own
Council
political
wants.
party. He'd never be brave enough to do something that the vast
talking. You'll be
majority of the
crying when
audience
Ashley
would
is
definitely
dead.
not approve. All right, hold on now. What did you just mutter under your breath?
I didn't mutter anything, Donald. You good?
Nah, don't play with me.
All right,
Barack,
Shepard.
you heard that
You've
too,
made your
right?
point.
Who, me? Nope.
I don't like
I didn't
this.
hear anything.
I trust
Okay,
you
all right
enough
then.
to
Maybe I'm
follow
tripping a
your
little
lead.
bit.
Just one thing. When we find Saren, I want his head.
I think Rex is a little hungry.
28 Paragon points is a steep price to pay to keep Rex alive.
A few notes about the confrontation with Rex here. If you haven't recruited Liara and haven't recruited Garrus on the Citadel, Rex will just submit to what Shepard wants regardless of your morality. Otherwise, by the end of
Speaking with
Vermeer,
Krogan.
you'd only have
The assault
Tali
on Saren's
and one
base
of
will be
either
difficult
Ashley
enough
or
as it is.
Caden.
Would have been like the Citadel DLC party,
that
but
means
you
you've
got
come
as
up
many
with a
people
plan.
killed as
Of
possible.
sorts.
Also, when Mass
We can
Effect
convert
1
our
was
ship's
being
drive
demoed,
system into a 20-kiloton
apparently the
ordnance.
majority
Crew,
of people were in favor of
Nice.
killing Rex on
Drop
Vermeer,
that
which I
nuke from
suppose
orbit,
makes
and
sense.
Saren can kiss his
Without any
Tyrion ass
context, Rex is
goodbye.
just a big scary
Unfortunately,
alien
the
trying to
facility
kill
is too
us.
well fortified for that. We'll need to place the bomb at a precise location.
Where do we take the nuke? And how do we get there?
The bomb must be taken to the far side of the facility. Your ship can
It's a
drop it off,
nuke.
but we'll need to
Does
infiltrate
it
the
really
base,
matter
disable
where
the
we
AA
place it
guns,
as
and
long as it's in the
pacify any ground
vicinity of our
forces first.
target?
See, that's your problem, Sleepy Joe. You always want to settle. You got to go for the
We
target.
won't be able to meet their force head on.
Definitely not. But I think we can work around that. I'm going to divide my men into 3 teams and hit the front of the facility. While we've got their attention, you can sneak your shadow team in the back.
I just hope you survive long enough to be useful.
We're tougher than we look, Commander. But it's true. I don't expect many of us will make it out alive. And that makes what I'm going to ask even more difficult. I need one of your men to accompany me, to help coordinate the teams.
We'll need someone who knows Alliance communication protocols.
You know, we only have the option to
Not
give
so
Kirahi
fast,
Ashley or
Commander
Caden,
Shepard will need you to arm the nuke.
but they aren't the
I'll go with
only
the
people who
Solarians.
know Alliance
With all
protocol.
due respect, Gunnery Chief, it's
The
not
Normandy
your
is
place to
literally
decide.
right behind
Why
us,
is it that
and all of
whenever
its crew
someone
is
says,
available.
"With all due
Logically, who would be
respect,"
the
they
right
really
answer
mean
here?
kiss my
Obviously,
ass?
Ashley should go with Kirahi. Caden is one of our tech specialists
Williams.
on the crew.
You'll
He
accompany
would
the
obviously
captain.
be the one arming
No
the
heroics,
bomb. This
understood?
wouldn't even be a debate in real life.
Plus, as far as
I'll
we
have
know,
the
Caden
ordnance
hasn't
loaded
actually
onto the
led a
Normandy and
unit.
brief your crew on
Ashley was in
detonation
charge
sequence.
of the
Do you
212
have
on
any
Eden
questions before we
Prime.
go, Commander?
I mean, that did end in a squad wipe for Ash.
Ash can't be
I wanna know
faulted
more
for
about
not
the
expecting
bomb.
a bunch of
How
murder
reliable
bots
it's
and a
gonna be.
literal Reaper to invade an
Its
agriculture
reliability
colony.
depends
Sounds
on
like
the
a
person
skill
arming
issue
it,
to me.
But it will do the job.
Commander Shepard
The drive
holds the
system is
line on
highly impervious
Elysium
to
during the
damage from
Skillian
external
Blitz with
sources.
nothing more than
Once
the
it has
local
been armed,
colonists
very
at their
little can
side.
stop it.
Yeah, against the
The
Batarians.
key is
Let's
getting
see
it into
Shepard
place
do
and
that
armed
against a
before the
Geth
Geth
backed
can
up
stop
by
us.
Sovereign.
The Normandy's picking me up. How will your teams escape the blast?
We will engage the Geth as long as possible. Once the bomb is in place, we will fall back to try and escape the
Excuse me,
blast.
Captain. Your escape plan for the
If we move
nuclear bomb
quickly, we should
explosion
be
we're
able
going
to
to set
escape
off
with
is to
acceptable
outrun it.
casualties.
Hell, he probably doesn't care.
If not,
Solarians
our
only
memories
live
will
to
live
be
on
like
as martyrs
40.
to a greater cause.
Kirahi and his boys are probably at the end of their
You talk
lifespan
like
anyway.
this is a suicide mission.
I
Did
won't
someone
lie to you,
say
Commander,
suicide
there's a
mission?
chance none of
The
us will
Vermeer
survive
assault
this assault,
operation
even
was
your
clearly
team.
what inspired the
All we do is
suicide
best.
mission from Mass Effect 2.
Peak inspires peak.
Let's do this.
You all know the mission and what is at stake. I have come to trust each of you with my life, but I have also heard murmurs of discontent.
There would be
share
fewer
your
murmurs of
concerns.
discontent if you weren't out here calling
We're
this a
trained for
suicide
espionage.
mission.
We would be legends, but the records are sealed.
Imagine
Glory in
saving your
battle
species
is
multiple
not our
times
way.
over and not getting any clout
Think of
for
our
it.
heroes.
Shepard does it and got sent to jail.
Silent
Y'all are really
step.
talking over this
Defeated
peak
a nation,
speech right now?
single
Yeah,
shot.
I'm sure you need to listen to
For
it,
the
Sleepy
ever
Joe.
alert,
You're the
who
one who
kept
needs to
armies
take
at
notes
bay,
on having a
hidden
proper
facts.
speech, not me.
All right, keep it down
These
already.
giants do not seem to give us solace here, but they are not all that we are. Before the network, there was the fleet. Before diplomacy, there were soldiers. Our influence stopped the Rachni.
That's
Before
Cap.
that,
Y'all had to pull the
we
Krogan in
held
to stop the
line.
bugs.
Shut up, Donald.
Our
Curie is having his
influence
Commander
stopped the
Irwin
Krogan.
moment.
Solarians didn't
Before
hold
that,
shit against the
we
Krogan.
held the
The
line.
Turians did, and even then they needed to drop a plague
Our
to win.
influence will stop Saren. In the battle today, we will
Hold the line. Such a goated speech.
Hey, it's all right. I've delivered better.
Good luck, Commander. I hope we will meet again.
Good choice on the squad mates, Joe. Useful and thematically appropriate.
Look at Garrus. He got
Check.
that
Do you read me,
Colossus
Commander?
armor on him.
I guess
Loud
even
and
the
clear.
bird can look decent in the best
We'll start our
armor.
push. We'll try to make it to the AA guns, but it might be up to you to finish the job. And Commander, if you see any way to undermine their defenses, We could definitely use the help.
So you know how to secure Kirahi's life on this mission, right,
Shadow
Joe?
is on the ground.
Undermine the
Shadow
Geth's
is on the
defenses
ground.
or whatever, right?
Well, yes, but there's only one thing that you need to do in order to save Kirahi's life, and it's take out the Geth flyers that'll appear later on in the mission.
I'm pretty sure I missed those my first time.
Of course you managed to let Kirahi die. Why am I not surprised?
In Joe's defense, it's not like the Geth flyers are in your way or anything. You have to take a slight detour to get to them.
Is the music going to start playing anytime soon, or are we just doing this raw?
It'll start sometime after we get past the communications tower up ahead.
Tell me I'm not the only one who saw that Geth disappear just now.
I think it went behind the pillar on the left there.
Anyway, you got to keep Kirahi alive so you can see him be a badass during the Surkesh mission.
If you don't deal with the Geth flyers later on, Kirahi will eventually be shot down by them. And either Ashley or Caden will take care of the communications for the duration of the mission.
This might be the best soundtrack in the game.
Either this or the Presidium main theme.
Nothing beats Uncharted Worlds, which is the song you hear at the galaxy map. Joe, you're taking on a lot of fire there.
Nah, it's good, I got it.
The Colossus armor might be good, but it's not that good. You can't just turn your brain off.
Oh God.
You're cooked.
Joe, don't panic. Attaboy, perfect use of lift.
Okay, that guy can have fun slamming into that rock wall back there.
Color me impressed. You might actually clear your last episode without dying.
For crying out loud, don't put that pressure on me.
Just think about it, Joe. If you succeed, it all falls on Donald to not die for the finale, or he'll be the one with the most deaths in Mass Effect 1. Think of the bragging rights you'll get.
Oh yeah, that's super fair. I have to do Ilos and Battle of the Citadel. I have to be perfect for 2 missions while Joe only has to do Vermeer.
Shouldn't it be light work for someone of your skill level?
Maybe if I weren't on this whack-ass Sentinel class you picked, I wanted to play soldier.
The only way you know how to play the game is by face-tanking rockets with immunity.
Sentinel is legit one of the best classes, and I don't know why you keep pretending it's not.
Don't forget about the Geth flyers, Joe.
I'm just clearing these Geths so they don't shoot us in the back.
A rare million IQ play from you, high explosive ammo, can damage enemies even if you only shoot the ground around them.
He's learning, he's evolving.
God, I remember just running through here and not noticing the flyers before I got completely demolished by them.
I'm pretty sure those crates weren't in the original Mass Effect, so you really didn't have much room.
Well, with these Geth drones being dealt with, Captain Kirahi's survival is guaranteed going into the trilogy. He'll personally contribute 20 military strength to our war assets in Mass Effect 3. However, that's only if he doesn't end up giving his life to save the Solarian Counselor.
What a complete waste that would be, a goat like Kirahi dying for either of the Solarian Counselors.
To be fair, Valern isn't that bad. He's probably the least annoying of the bunch.
Not exactly a tall order. Spiritus is consistently an annoying bastard. And Tevos is uncooperative during the Reaper War.
I feel like us hanging up on her isn't doing that situation any favors.
Are you going to stop hanging up on her?
Ah, hell no. I'll do it every time.
Watch the laser. Okay, damn, look at Joe learning how to position himself.
You see that, Donald? That's how you use the shields to block a sniper.
Okay, you little rat, you've really been waiting to bring that back up, haven't you?
I got a long memory, buddy.
Joe, I know lying is the name of the game in our profession, but you could at least tell less obvious ones.
I don't know if you know this, but there are actually 2 entries to Saren's research facility here. You can either go through the door that's right behind us, or you can take the passage that goes underneath the building instead.
Is there any difference at all?
Not really, it all loops around in a circle, so just do whatever you want.
Damn, kind of crazy we're just gunning these Solarians down. We're not even going to try to restrain them?
Their names are literally indoctrinated. What the hell are we going to do to save them?
Joe, you've been practicing off camera or something?
I guess I'm finally getting the hang of Mass Effect 1.
Well, that proves that. The first Mass Effect is definitely the easiest.
It is at this point in the game, we're close to unbeatable as things are.
I've got access to base security. Should be able to cut the alarms from here. Might even be able to trigger alarms on the far side of the base. It'll clear out the guards for us, but they might be...
Contrary to what Garrus says here, this decision has no real impact on the Solarians. The only thing you lose by triggering the alarm is the experience of the enemies that spawn up ahead.
I really dislike how making what seems like a smart tactical decision rewards you Paragon points.
What do you want? I told you everything.
Here we have a Solarian whose mind is an even bigger bowl of mashed potatoes than Joe's.
It tried to break me, but it couldn't. I shut it out.
Yeah, bro, I don't think you can shut out indoctrination.
I love this entire scene because we rarely get to see how goddamn scary indoctrination really is.
Captured well on reconnaissance 6 days ago. Glad to answer, sir. Never any questions from these bastards. Just whispers and poking. Got it.
I wasn't going to call attention to it, but is the battle music really appropriate here?
I think it's on now, so it can swap off when things here get scarier.
Experiments, but I don't know what for. The effect of incessant whispering on my shortening temper? Who knows?
Yeah, okay, even I'm able to see this guy is definitely not normal.
There is another Solarian here in this base who isn't indoctrinated, but I think you'll need to backtrack to go get him, Joe.
Screw him.
Damn, that's cold, Joe. I'm surprised to hear that from you.
Company.
Bro, I know you're saying something under your breath. I heard you that time.
I don't know what you're talking about, Donald. Are you sure you aren't indoctrinated like Private Menos here?
Hearing whispers is a clear sign of indoctrination, Donald. Maybe we need to lock you up with the other Solarians.
Let me out. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
So, it's a good thing we didn't let him out, right?
Is that even a question?
If we had opened the cells, Menos and the rest of the indoctrinated Solarians would have attacked, and we'd have to kill them.
I mean, they're dead regardless. Either we let them all out and we shoot them dead, or we leave them there and they get blown up by the nuke.
Hello?
Those guys didn't expect us to come the other way around. And here we have Dr. Droya. So much for the Krogan not having any doctors. Though I'm not sure how husks are supposed to contribute to solving the genophage.
Where the hell did my health go?
The doctor back there has neural shock, and I think something behind us blew up. Also, there are some cut voice lines here. Dr. Droyas would reveal that the reason he's working with Saren is to save the Krogan from the genophage. He'll also be shocked to see Rex here getting in the way of his cure. You can try to convince the doctor that Saren is up to no good, but he won't listen, and we'll have to kill him.
You know, we don't have to destroy the cure here. We could just save it for later.
We could barely get the Council to cure the genophage during the Reaper War. Ain't no way they're gonna do it now.
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot her.
Damn like that, Barack?
Shouldn't we at least talk to her first?
Rana is no good. In Mass Effect 2, we'll catch her mixed up with Jador during the mission to recruit Okir. We won't be able to do anything about her then.
But she doesn't seem that bad right now.
In Mass Effect 3, we'll see an Alliance News Network report on indoctrination will reveal that Rana was indoctrinated all along. She'll set off an explosion that kills 9 Asari and wounds a dozen more, after which she'll take herself out. It's highly likely she was indoctrinated here at Saren's research facility.
Can I go?
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects.
Are you sure you only saw the effects, Doctor? Are you sure you haven't felt them too?
It's called indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Solarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
Okay, well, she just admitted to collateral damage, which definitely includes her.
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull.
The only way you could know it feels like a tingle at the back of the skull is if you're also indoctrinated.
She hears the whispers too, she's cooked. I guess this is why you go through the dialogue options.
For yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility.
Yeah, including you, dummy.
For a doctor, she has a shocking lack of deductive reasoning skills. Does she really think she hasn't caught a trace of indoctrination herself?
Signal's not exactly the right word. There's some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns. Over time, days, maybe a week, it weakens your will. You become easier to manipulate and control, but it's a degenerative condition. There's a balance between control and usefulness. The less freedom a subject maintains, the less capable it becomes.
Yeah, you're banned from life, sweetheart.
Whoa, that's a pretty renegade move from you, Joe.
It being a renegade move to execute someone who is obviously indoctrinated is pretty goddamn stupid.
I was told. I didn't have a choice.
I just did what I was told. Where have I heard that one before?
No, no!
You know, instead of putting her hands up and saying no 2 times, she should have tried throwing up a biotic barrier or something.
Not every Asari actually trains their biotics.
Yeah, and that's dumb as hell. You can move things with your minds and create durable layers of protection and you're not training it, Matriarch Ethida was right. The Asari need less dancers and more fighters.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that, Donald.
Yeah, I don't need the Asari to spend the entirety of their maiden stages dancing in Korra's den or on Omega. They're hot as hell no matter what they're doing, so they might as well be kicking some ass instead.
I'm sorry, is this not the third goddamn time we're seeing this cutscene?
We see it once on Eden Prime, again with Shiala, twice with Liara, and the time we're looking at here. So 5 times in total.
BioWare must have been real proud of this, and I can't blame them. It's a pretty crazy thing to see your first time.
Fun fact about the Prothean vision, since this is among the last times we're going to see it in this game. The images we see are actually photographs taken by Casey Hudson. It's a combination of stakes, ribs, circuit boards, and screws.
I think I liked it more before I knew that, Barry.
You got to pick and choose what you're going to demystify for us. Knowing the Prothean vision is actually just photos of beef is crazy.
Well, whatever, super iconic moment ahead.
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen.
Gee, thanks, Rex. I never would have guessed.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
Dog, I'm getting fucking goosebumps all over again.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
Someone tell the giant space bot to put the damn thesaurus down. We get it. You're super intelligent.
Artificial intelligence always has to flex their vocabulary on us.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Is Garrus dumb? It's clearly a robot. Why would the passage of time matter to it?
It's interesting that the entity we're speaking to here is called Sovereign, and its purpose is to bring about the beginning of the Reaper invasion. Yet the leader of the Reapers is called Harbinger.
I don't get it.
A Harbinger announces the approach of something, and a Sovereign is the ruler or leader of something. Sovereigns and Harbingers' names don't match their respective roles.
There is an entire galaxy of races united and ready to face you.
United? I don't know about that one, Shepard.
Born of ignorance, the cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
Cycle this, cycle that. Why don't you cycle yourself into the club to pick up some women, Sovereign?
Calling the vanguard of our destruction maidenless is crazy.
All the motherfucker has done for the last 50,000 years is look at galactic society develop. No wonder he's so lonely.
The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
Yeah, we'll see which one of us is left standing next episode, you big bastard.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning.
Liar.
No end.
I know your origins, but I won't tell you yet.
And trust me, Sovereign, you definitely have an end. We're not too far from it.
Has been eradicated and forgotten. We will endure.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind.
I forgot how up its own ass Sovereign is.
It makes sense. It isn't answering any of our questions, and for good reason. Why should it entertain having an equal conversation with a being it views as inferior?
Where are the rest of the Reapers?
It would be like if I stopped on the sidewalk and talked to an ant.
No, you're not Legion, you're Sovereign. Get your Mass Effect character straight, dummy.
In the sky of every world, you cannot escape your doom.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine. And machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
This exchange isn't over until we exchange these hands.
The amount of stuff packed into Vermeer is one reason it's got to be one of the most iconic missions in the trilogy.
I'd say it is the most iconic, even more so than the suicide mission itself.
Lay it on me,
It's
bro.
crazy that there's
I
no
love
hub area for us to explore and basically no side missions, yet there's so much content packed into it.
What did we say during the missions ranking? Everything is about the mission and our squad, and it resulted in an insanely good assignment.
In fact, I think Vermeer could have formed the basis for the entirety of Mass Effect 2.
Head for the breeding facility.
Getting Rex's family armor and leveraging that to get him to stick by us is just like the loyalty mission system and getting everyone to accomplish their jobs on the suicide mission.
Mass Effect 3 is more my speed, but even I'll admit the focus on our favorite characters is what made the series memorable.
Not much further now. One more set of enemies to fight before we reach the bomb site.
Vermeer might be iconic, but it's light work.
Lucky you getting the mission after Barack bought good weapons.
What the f?
Apparently the weapons and armor don't matter.
Bro, your reaction time is completely shot to hell. You had 1,000,000 years to duck behind something.
I thought that was the laser that sabotages your gun. Since when did the Geth Hoppers have assassinate?
Oh, Joe. There are 3 types of Geth Hoppers. The Geth Stalkers, Sappers, and Ghosts. The ones with the sabotage beam are the Stalkers and Sappers. The one that just clapped you is a Geth Ghost, which are only found on Pharos and Vermeer.
That's fucking bullshit. Why is the sabotage beam the exact same color as the assassination one? It's not fair.
Sounds like a personal problem to me, Sleepy Joe. That'll teach you to let your guard down just because you think something isn't going to be fatal. You better lock in, or you're 100% going to have the most deaths of Mass Effect 1.
Bro switched to the shotgun. He's pissed for real now.
What the hell happened to Rana's body?
Ooh, hell no. I don't like that one bit.
Get out this room before we get jumped by her spirit or something. No way did that Krogan just eat 2 Carnage blasts.
Hey, Joe, calm down. You're kind of playing like Donald here.
And it's working. Get in there. Let's go, Brandon.
What in the malarkey?
You were saying?
Okay, Joe, I was liking the motion you were putting out there, but trying to go blow for blow with a Krogan on the Sentinel class is something even I wouldn't have done.
All right, Joe, this video is already running up on 40 minutes, and we got a whole ass boss fight to go. I'm going to need you to lock the f*** in. Do not let that Krogan run up on you again.
I think it bears repeating how unbelievably lucky you were that the Krogan warlord on Therum wasn't as aggressive as it was supposed to be.
How many goddamn shots to the dome does it take to drop these guys?
He had immunity activated. It's a good thing you hit him with stasis.
Thank God that's over.
It isn't over until you get past the Geth ghost that killed you first.
Moment of truth, Joe.
Did the laser just disappear, or am I crazy?
Don't mess with me.
For once I'm not. I actually don't think it's going to shoot.
Apparently you and Rex had the same brain cell on this one. 2 simultaneous Carnage shots is crazy.
There's another ghost.
Don't panic. You've got it. Attaboy.
I guess you aren't a lost cause after all. Good God, we finally made it. So much for me having the most deaths at the end of this, because there's absolutely no way I'll die at all next episode, never mind twice.
Pride come before the fall, buddy.
Where the hell were all of these other fully suited Marines during this operation? We should have had all hands on deck for this.
At the very least, they could have joined up with Kirahi, so his people wouldn't have been sent into the meat grinder with only Ashley backing them up.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, can you read me?
The nuke is almost ready. Get to the rendezvous point, Williams.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Give me one good reason the Normandy can't run over and grab Ashley and then come right back over here and grab us.
Or at the very least, we could have dropped some of the spare Marines off to reinforce Ashley and the Solarians.
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the bomb. Go get them and meet me back here.
We got a big decision coming up here.
It's not a decision. We already know what's going to happen. We're going to go rescue Ashley and leave Caden to die.
Yep. Donald is right, Barack. There's no decision to be made here at all.
I'm glad you finally plan on sticking true to your deal, Joe.
Yep, you got to romance Ashley. That was the exact deal we had.
Donald, I like you, so I'm going to just warn you now.
I don't think we can can survive.
But are you seriously not aware of what's about to happen?
What? Joe clearly agreed with me.
No, he did
What
not.
the hell are you doing, Alenko?
At least he didn't agree with what you concluded the decision would be.
No matter what.
Only that there was no decision to be made.
Go get Williams and get the
Whatever
bomb.
Joe has decided, he's made his mind up about it.
Joe, tell Barack he's talking
We can
nonsense.
handle ourselves. Go back and get Alenko.
Joe?
Get on your knees, Donald.
Excuse me?
Pause.
Get on your knees and beg me to save Ashley.
Have you lost your goddamn mind?
Oh no, my mind hasn't been this clear since 2016, Donald. If you want me to rescue Ashley, you need to beg.
This is ridiculous. Our deal was you pick Sentinel and I romance Ashley. You can't do this.
You did romance Ashley, you've engaged in a romantic relationship with her, but nothing about our deal said I had to save her, Donald.
Bullshit. Barack, help me out here.
For the last time, I am not getting between this. You two need to settle things once and for all.
Yeah, don't look at Barry. He can't help you right now. I'm the one with all the power here. Now do as I told you to do.
Oh, I see how it is, you fucking snake. The doddering old fool thing was all an act. You're as much as a piece of shit politician like the rest of them.
You're surprised? I've been in this game for over 40 goddamn years. Now stop yapping and get down, Donald, low, real low, and beg me to spare your girlfriend. I'm still waiting, Donald.
I fucking heard you, goddammit. Fine, I'm getting down. Look.
Huh? I never thought I'd see the day.
Well, Donald, don't you have something you should be asking of me? No, begging of me?
You goddamn piece of shit.
Well, that wasn't very nice. Maybe I will save Caden anyway.
Okay, listen, Joe, please, from one man to another, I am begging you to spare Ashley. I know I've been tough on you, but it's only because I want to see the best of you in these videos. Don't bring Ashley into our disputes, please.
I'm actually shocked. That sounded genuinely sincere.
Donald, is what you just said actually true?
Yes, I know how tough it's been for you playing Mass Effect on Insanity for the first time, but I'm genuinely impressed with how little you've died. I can't stress that part enough. I thought for sure you'd be on double digits. But that aside, please save Ashley.
Nope.
Goddamn, Joe, that was heartless.
You motherfucker!
Okay, I trust we've all gotten that out of our systems.
I'm surprised you were able to jump like that, Donald. You came at me like the guy who did a flying tackle on that female judge.
I'm more impressed with how fast your legs moved, Joe. After seeing you struggle up those stairs, I was sure you couldn't run like that anymore.
This is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever experienced.
Well, I might as well deliver a few facts here. As of 2021, 60% of people saved Ashley, and 40% of them saved Caden in the Legendary Edition. In the original trilogy version of Mass Effect 3, Caden had an abysmal survival rate at only 17%.
See, we did the thing most people don't do. Time for people to experience something new.
Yeah, justify it however you want, you damn reptile.
Also, another interesting fact, at some point during Mass Effect 3, 64% of people did not encounter Rex in the original trilogy release. This might have to do with people jumping into 3 without playing 1 or 2, and the game defaults to Rex being dead.
Defaulting to Rex being dead is diabolical.
You know, it really does make more strategic sense to leave Ashley behind here anyway.
Whatever you need to tell your guilty conscience to make yourself feel better, Joe.
Joe has a point. Caden is a biotic tech specialist who has been on our crew for a while, while Ashley is just another gun.
At long last, we're encountering Saren.
Why does Saren get the super cool hoverboard?
You know, originally Saren's hoverboard was intended to also be used by Geth troopers as well, but they decided to make it exclusive to Saren.
Ain't no fucking way his shields work 3 times in a cutscene.
Saren straight up has the strongest shields in the entire Mass Effect continuity.
I know Rex and the Vermeer survivor are sick to their stomachs seeing this.
Now we finally get to learn about Saren's motivations.
Do we actually believe a word coming out his mouth?
I don't see why not.
How about all the damn Reaper technology he clearly has implanted all over his body?
It's perhaps a bit confusing, especially when Shepard is shocked to learn Saren let himself be implanted. However, the original concept for Saren had him without all that technology all over his body, and he would later change to reflect the version we see now. BioWare seemingly changed their minds on this, but didn't address the story beat where Saren allows himself to be implanted.
Trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders?
There would still be trillions dead. What kind of question is this?
Is submission not preferable to extinction?
Got me f***ed up. I'd sooner die fighting than let myself be controlled by some giant space bots.
Why I never came forward with this to the council. We organics...
Okay, well, I think we can agree with Saren there. No matter what side of the argument you're on, the Council absolutely wouldn't listen to any of this.
But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives could be spared.
Think of how many lives could be killed, though.
Like you have any room to talk about who could be killed after what you did?
Dangers. I had hoped this facility could protect me.
So Saren is aware he's indoctrinated?
At least he's aware he could become indoctrinated, but is in denial about how far he's fallen.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace.
Yeah, until Sovereign decides it no longer
Sovereign
needs you and it turns you into a vegetable.
My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
The copium is palpable.
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god.
The bots are over here deifying the giant eldritch murder ship from eons past, and we're expected to trust them later on in the trilogy?
Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it.
Saren, you know this, and you still think you can expect Sovereign to spare organics just because we submit to it?
But as tools, they are useful. They will survive the coming invasion. If organic life is to survive, we must also prove we are useful.
Useful for being melted down into biomass,
Tell me why
pushed through
Sovereign
tubes, and
needs the
fed
conduit.
into a giant
Tell me
human-like
what it
robot.
is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and my salvation. Sovereign needs my help to find it. That is the only reason I have not been indoctrinated.
Whatever tiny bit of Saren's actual personality still exists is in utter denial. Bro is neck deep in indoctrination at this point.
You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me.
Saren is huffing it. It's insane.
I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
Saren is already well and truly beyond help by this point.
I wasn't exactly in any rush to save Saren anyway. He sabotaged Anderson's attempt to join the Spectres, and he hates humans because his brother died in the First Contact War. You know, the war Turian started.
Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining.
Yeah, and you know what we
There
do
is
with
no
resources
other
that are
logical
useful? We
conclusion.
use them, you dumbass. You're literally being used.
You were a Spectre. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself.
Saren, more than once in this conversation, you've said you were looking to save yourself.
My way.
You were
is the
seeking a
only way
reprieve from
any
the
of us will
inevitable.
Survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will
Is this
save
not
more
just the
lives
synthesis
than
ending?
have ever
All the more
existed.
reason that ending doesn't make any sense and is wrong.
It can be inferred that Saren is meant to represent synthesis, but I'm pretty sure that was unintended.
Annihilation. And for that, you must die.
All right, Joe, you got this.
God willing, you get absolutely from 12 different directions.
Hit the pause button some more, Joe.
Shut up, I was trying to get a read on the situation. Oh God, everything is happening.
Okay, think this through, Joe. What do you need to do to win?
Focus, Saren.
There you go. That's what I like to see.
Who the hell is that over there?
It's one of the guys we saw helping take the bomb off the Normandy.
Oh, that's it?
Good job, Joe, and thank God I thought we'd be here a lot longer.
Don't pat him on the back too hard.
Bruh, where the hell are Garrus and Rex? Help!
Garrus, Rex, Caden, and that random Marine are for real watching Shepard get jacked up by Saren.
Hold this right, you bird.
Saren just said, F it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I think the nuke that's about to go off from about 20 feet away is more important than trying to run the fade.
I cannot fucking believe what I'm watching here.
Get over it, Donald. We were probably going to ditch Ashley in Mass Effect 2 anyway.
Well, I suppose this makes for a decent end to Ashley's character arc. From hating and being distrustful of aliens to fighting and dying alongside them.
Besides, you said dying in a big explosion was a good way to go, Donald. Your girl is going out the way you wanted her to.
I did not say I wanted Ashley to die in a giant explosion. Don't twist my words to make what you did seem justifiable.
I can't believe that Ash didn't make it.
For once Caden and I are in agreement on something, I too can't believe Ash didn't make it.
We had to leave her behind. Saren has to be stopped, at any cost.
But why me? Why not her?
She would have made it if we just romanced Liara instead.
It wasn't your call.
I don't know what to tell you.
It is a bit odd to save Caden when we're already a Sentinel ourselves. Our roles overlap.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
Caden, I'm not even going to let you blame yourself.
Williams
there were a
is
lot
dead.
of ways
You
we
can't
could have
change
gotten
that.
Ashley out of there and
But if we
saved
don't stop
you too.
Saren, her sacrifice was made in vain.
Yes, sir, We'll get it done.
Sad music done. I guess we're all good
Excuse me
now.
for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
God damn, Liara is
You want to
fucking
join our
relentless.
minds again, don't you?
The second Ashley is out of the picture, she's trying to embrace eternity again.
Liara just like me, for real.
Gotta give her points for being persistent.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council.
If we must, Joker.
Warn them about Sovereign.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Patching it through.
I hope you don't plan to cut us off like last time, Commander.
That will entirely depend on us getting the option too, Counselor.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
No, don't tell me I can't hang up on them this time.
Sovereign's the real problem.
I guess we have to engage
The
these
Reapers
three
wiped
clowns
out
at
the
least a
Prothean.
little bit.
We're next.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
Oh my fucking God.
Sovereign's real.
Why didn't anyone record the conversation we had with Sovereign?
Saren even admitted it.
What the hell are the Omni tools for?
The single most unrealistic thing about Mass Effect is that we have computers built into our arms, and no body besides Tali uses them to record things.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off
With utmost
balance.
disrespect,
Our own
Counselor,
intelligence
it's
has never
highly
turned up
possible
any
you're a
corroborating
dumbass.
information.
Get him out of here!
Looks like we lost the signal, Joker.
Understood, Commander.
Why don't I make some runs around the ship before we close out for the day?
Sounds good to me. You can talk to the squad and we'll begin the finale by going straight to the Citadel to get the final mission started.
Commander.
Kind of messed up of us to
I know
ignore
it couldn't have
Joker
been easy
outside
for
of the
you down
initial
there.
conversation
Making the call
with
between
him
Alenko
at the
and
start of
Williams
the
must have
game.
been...
Does he even say anything?
He has a one-liner after every main story mission,
was
but
no
it's
other
not really
choice.
all that important.
The mission is more important.
We'll
than
stop by
one soldier.
Joker more often
I'm
in
not blaming
Mass
you,
Effect
Commander,
2
I'm
and
just-
3, as there's some developments
It's
there
hard, you know?
worth seeing.
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together. We need you.
Don't worry, I won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a bitch pay.
Trust me, Joker, you're going to have a front row seat to what happens to Saren and Sovereign.
Anything you need, Commander?
I wanted to see how you're dealing with Ash's death.
Dealing, sir. Sorry for anything I said back there. Adrenaline.
Perhaps you two could also
I don't like
apologize
losing
to each
people
other.
either, Alenko.
I meant everything I attempted to do and every word that left my mouth.
It's a good thing you cut away when you did, because this video would have broken terms of service with the vitriol Donald was spewing.
I didn't stop and agonize over it while everyone else was in danger. We've got work to do, Alenko. We'll remember her later.
You're right. I can't let this get to me. Not now, anyway. Thanks for the advice, sir.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard.
How
Despite the
exactly
losses, our
did the
mission was a
Solarians
success.
make it onto the
My
Normandy
superiors
when
were
Ashley
duly honored.
didn't?
Sure, he was confident they could outrun the nuclear
sacrifices
explosion we
earned
set
humanity
off.
a great deal of
Maybe
respect
Solarians
from
can
my
tap
people.
into the Speed Force.
I
She
just
knew what
choose
the
to
risks were.
headcanon that
Any of my
whoever
officers would have done
is
the
with the
same.
Solarians sacrificed themselves so
The
they could
reality
run
that
and
every
catch up
soldier
with the
must accept.
Normandy.
Commander, things got heated back on Vermeer.
Actually,
You did what
Rex,
you
the
had
argument
to
we
do.
had wasn't that
I
crazy.
respect your choice.
We kind of settled things
Appreciate what you
amicably.
did, Rex.
Oh shit, I just realized we had a lot of good equipment on Ash that is gone for
Just
good.
make sure
Oh, great, so
it
we
was
lost Ash and everything she had on her.
I don't think it's that big a
Saren
deal.
has to pay for what
No one
he
else on the
done.
squad could have used her
No
armor.
matter what it takes, I'm gonna hunt him
I think she
down
had a
and
decent
kill him.
assault rifle, though.
I like the sound of that.
So long, Rex.
Well, we're at the end of the line for this episode, and next time we'll finish Mass Effect 1.
It's looking kind of empty over here.
Why don't I just leave Shepard standing here? staring at the space that inhabited the love of their life.
Don't ever let Joe try to convince you he's the paragon one of the trio. This dude is as evil as I am, but at least I'm upfront about it.
With all arguments put to rest and a deal broken, we'll join you next time for the end of Mass Effect 1. Until then, stay safe out there, drink plenty of water, get some sleep, and we'll see you on the next one.